this is Chad with Drawn and Cornered. Today, we are talking a little bit about Amy Coney Barrett's confirmation hearing in front of the Senate. One of the first things that I want to bring up, because it's probably the only good news we've received in a little bit, was initially the confirmation hearing started with Lindsay Graham talking about how they can keep this civilized. They are adults here. The world is watching, so let's take it as easy as we possibly can. It can be hard questioning. It can have a party tilt to it if it has to, but we can remain civilized and, as members of the Senate, professional. Nobody really expected that to happen, but halfway through the proceedings yesterday, Lindsey Graham broke in again and said, you know what? Everything has been going really well. We haven't been talking over top of each other. There have been hard questions. There have been pressing. There has been a little bit of contention here and there, but everybody has remained civil and professional and good about this, and I'm really proud of us. And I agree. I think it's been fantastic. There's a couple of highlights there that, although it's been pretty ho-hum, a couple of things have stuck out as kind of amazing. One was Cory Booker's line of questioning, where he asked right off the bat, do you denounce white supremacy? Amy Coney Barrett, of course, to her credit, said yes. He said, great, I'm glad you did that because the president seems unwilling to do so. Forwarding, again, a total lie, a total fabrication that has come out. I understand why he would do it based on the playbook. But the thing that really bugs me about it is that these are supposed to be politicians. These are supposed to be some of the best communicators we have out there. And Cory Booker couldn't let the line just lie. He couldn't say, do you denounce white supremacy, and have her say yes, and then just go, Everybody knows why he's asking that question. He has to then assume that the public is so stupid, so uninformed, that he has to tell them why he's asking that question and make that point. And it just shows weakness. It's just a terrible way to go, and makes me feel like these politicians are really not even a good version of us, let alone the best version of us. It's just a sad state. Follow that up with what has to be the most ridiculous question of the day, thanks to the marvelous senator out of Hawaii, Mazie Hirono, who asked Amy Coney Barrett if she's ever sexually assaulted anyone. Amy Coney Barrett, of course, said no. Then she went further and said, well, have you ever been on trial or been adjudicated for this type of process or for sexually assaulting anybody? Again, Amy Coney Barrett said no. Mazie Hirono, and the same as Cory Booker, said, well, I asked that of all federal judges now that are being confirmed. It's nonsense. It's ridiculous. It wasn't true with Kavanaugh. I don't know why you'd even bother asking with Amy Coney Barrett, but this is the state of politics today. So, Mazie Hirono, congratulations. You get our most ridiculous question of yesterday at the Senate confirmation hearings. Now for the second story that I want to cover today. I don't know if this is going to catch fire. A lot of things haven't when it came to this. I think it might be just so deep inside baseball that people don't want to really dig into it. It's not an easy story as far as uncovering what's going on, but the New York Post on Sunday was delivered a hard drive from a computer that was dropped off in Delaware to just a repair facility. Now, the repair facility said that the person who dropped this off never inquired further, never came back to retrieve the computer, but they popped open that hard drive and found some things that were kind of interesting inside, namely being an email between the head of Burisma and Hunter Biden, where the head of Burisma thanked Hunter Biden for introducing them to his father, Joe Biden. It reads as such. The never-before-revealed meeting, this is directly from the New York Post, the never-before-revealed meeting is mentioned in a message of appreciation that Vadim Pozharsky, an advisor to the board of Burisma, allegedly sent Hunter Biden on April 17, 2015, about a year after Hunter joined the Burisma board at a reported salary of up to $50,000 a month. Dear Hunter, thank you for inviting me to D.C. and giving me an opportunity to meet your father and spend some time together. It's really an honor and a pleasure, the email reads. An earlier email, also recovered, from May 2014, also shows Pozharsky, reportedly Burisma's number 3 executive, asking Hunter for advice on how you could use your influence on the company's behalf. Now, again, this doesn't necessarily mean that anything awful happened or that Joe Biden was involved in it, but he did say at one time that him and his son had never talked about his dealings anywhere, let alone within Burisma. This would belie that a little bit. This would say that maybe that isn't entirely accurate. Maybe there was something more going on. Again, we still don't have an answer for why Hunter Biden was paid $50,000 a month for a job which he was neither had any sort of relevant experience for or offered anything other than his attachment to Joe Biden. I think that question needs to be answered appropriately so that we can put this away, if it indeed needs to be put away. If there's a reason why he's on Burisma's board other than his attachment to his father, we need to know about it. If it's just that attachment, then we need to know if that attachment carried any other weight or supplemental weight, including Joe Biden getting the head of investigations fired that was looking into Burisma. That feels an awful lot like a quid pro quo, definitely more than everything that we've impeached the president for, so follow-up seems necessary at this point. I don't understand how this isn't a bigger story. We'll see if it breaks any more today. The New York Post article came out, so everybody's got availability to this. This should be on radars today if it's ever going to catch any heat at all. So we will see what tomorrow brings. I'm looking forward to the second day of confirmation hearings. We'll see if it goes any better or worse. We'll see if any senators want to try and make their name by saying something completely outrageous, because we will certainly report it here. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. This is Chad at Drawn and Cornered. If you want to get in touch with me, go to drawnandcornered@gmail.com. Drop me a line. That's drawnandcornered@gmail. Or you can leave a message down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to YouTube, and we will see you tomorrow.